Hello again, Dave.
Hello again, Matt. Okay, I forgot one of the things that I wanted to mention in Dodger's question. I didn't get to the conscious part of the decision making, and I just had a situation where I did make a conscious, creative decision on the root of this page that Rolly will have just emailed to you, page 8, the girl in the bottom right, where I got the figure in, and I had decided, okay, I want to go a little more detailed on the actual character, so I'm gonna go larger than I've been going with her, and got everything penciled, everything traced, and then inked the hair and the face and the sunglasses and the pearls, and then started working on the stocking, and went, that's a lot of stocking to be doing cross-hatching on, and it's a completely vertical composition, vertical but tilted. How many times have I thought to myself, self, why don't we try inking with a ruler? Like, nobody does that, but I have seen it done by illustrators of my favorite time period, late 1950s, early 1960s. Inking with a ruler, where basically you're taking a Hunt 102 pen nib and putting the vertical lines as close together as possible and making them as thin as possible to get this complete vertical streak movement through the entire illustration, extending into the background and partial silhouette on her right hand. And just went, I thought about it so many times I couldn't count them. Let's just go ahead and do it. It's like, it's the root of us. If people are going to buy it, they're going to buy it for the baby throwing panel. So let's just lay it in there across the two stockings, and it worked really good. It's like I got it done and went, I should have done that a long time ago. So that's a conscious decision that will probably now become part of my ongoing photorealism style, because now I know that it does go with my particular inking approach, my unconscious inking approach, where I'm just not a clean enough inker to do Al Williamson or to do Alex Raymond, although I love trying to do Al Williamson and Alex Raymond. And this blends quite nicely with the inherent roughness that I can't get out of my work. So yes, there are conscious decisions that are made, but not usually as clear cut as this particular one is. Okay, so now we're moving on to part 2 of Christon's. Oh, please hold for Manly Matt. Manly, allow me to begin with expressing my appreciation for all you do with a moment of service. Can we have a standing ovation sound effect dubbed in there? Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead. Say thank you, man.
You're welcome, Christon.
I'm new to this party, as I barely discovered AMOC about 2 years ago, but I'm definitely a fan now. I absolutely love checking in every night before I go to bed. I really enjoy this site. So my question for you is, do you have an estimated idea of how many followers this website has? An approximate roundabout of AMOC family members. Just kind of curious. Do you want to read your answer, or do you want me to read your answer?
I'll let you read it. I know you enjoy that.
Okay. Thanks for your time, Christon Hundredson. Manly answers 2, 6, 12 if it's one of Margaret's notebook posts, 3 of it's Hobbs. Cool but fair. The numbers on Jen to Giacomo aren't in, but I bet she doesn't beat Margaret at anything but backgammon. Seriously, I don't look, partly because I don't care, and partly because I don't care to know. I'm going to interrupt here with Churchill talking about his dim view of opinion polls on public opinion polls, where he said, it's like taking your temperature every 15 minutes, which is pure hypochondria. If I took the time to look once, I'd start looking all the time and wondering why this post does gangbusters, but that post is crickets. I love all my little posts equally, although there are 6 slots in the quote popular posts unquote column at the top of AMOC, and when they're all quote mine unquote, I get a little warm glow in the cockles of my heart, much as the warm glow I get there when I think about the vengeance I have planned for Zipper. I'll get you, my pretty, and your little aardvark too. How does it? Do you trust that 6 slots thing? Is that automated?
It's automated. One of Tim's posts was the Wally Woods 22 panels that always work. And
right.
That's in the top 6, I want to say like 90% of the time. Like, it'll go away,
really?
But it always comes back. And I don't know if
really?
it's an algorithm thing where the algorithm, resets itself and it pops back up or what. But there was the first time it was, hey, wait, these are all things I did. I'm like, oh, well, that's neat. And then, like, a week later, half of them were old Tim posts, and it's like, like I said, it's not that I don't care, it's that I don't care to know. Like,
yeah.
You get, one of the analytics that I had, I think it's for the podcast, was a map of, it was the end of year. Here's your end of year review of how many minutes were streamed and this and that. And at one point, it's here's a map of the world where your top 5 countries that people listen are from, and you can click the little button and get a full expanded list. So I clicked the little button, and there was a 6th country, and I'm like, okay, that was totally anticlimactic. Here I'm thinking there's going to be like 20, 30, nope, 6. It's like I felt really. I'm trying to remember what the 6th country was too, because at the time I was like, well, I feel bad for those guys. I mean, they're listeners too.
Right.
And I know as a content creator in the internet era, I'm supposed to care about engagement. I'm supposed to care about the numbers. You don't build a brand by not paying attention to that stuff. And I'm thinking, but it's not my brand, and I mean, it's not my brand because I didn't create the character. It's not my brand because, I'm not the one doing the new work. It's not my brand even because I didn't make the blog. Tim did. I just, took over when he wanted to get out. At a certain point, it's like, I very blatantly said it when I first took over. I'm the interim editor. I know that I'm not, the ship's not going down with me. Somebody will take the baton when I decide to pass it, but at the same time, during my reign of terror, yes, this is my reign of terror, but at some point it will end, and every now and then there is the analytic button, and I think, I should see which posts are doing good, and it's like, you know that way lies madness, because
Right.
this post is, like, one of the top 6 posts that keeps coming up is the AMOC review of Avengers Infinity War, which basically was me going, I went and saw the movie. No aardvarks in it. And they were even in Africa in part of the movie. And it's a
Right.
stupid post, but it keeps popping up as being popular. And I'm like, is it just the computer messing with me? Is it that, no, people keep, for some reason people are searching for Infinity War and the blog pops up, and so they click the link going, what could this possibly have to do with, one of these things is not like the other, so let's see what's going on. And every single time I'm just like, no, it's probably somebody has it on their phone, and every time they open the internet on their phone, it automatically goes to that page, and they just keep forgetting to move it.
That's possible. I mean, it's there's so many variables that are completely unknown. Even if it was hard information, like, here you go, this is 100% truthful, it's still going to be, now that we know that, what do we know?
Exactly.